honestly, it's just been a weird year for me, you know, with a lot of stuff going on. My head was just not in the right place. You know, with boxing, half of it is a mental game. And honestly, I really just wasn't in the right headspace. So I told my manager, like, yo, I want to chill for a little bit. Just see my family and friends, you know, relax, have a good time. And that's what I did. And I feel great. I feel better than ever. Also, money kicks was a big reason. You know, I was trying to fight that kid for so long. Like, he talked so much shit to me since my fight, all the way through like the whole 6, 7, 8 months it was. And then I finally called him out. I was like, yeah, let's do this. He would publicly say online like, yeah,
Jarvis is ducking me. Jarvis doesn't want to fight me.
This, that, and the other. It went on like that for like 6 months, going back and forth with their team. We gave them all multiple offers that were very appealing, and he just kept coming up with more excuses, saying like, yeah, this isn't gonna work, this, that, and the other. And that went on for literally 6 months. So that kind of demotivated me and just pissed me off in general. You wanted to fight, like, it goes so deep. I don't know if you guys might have watched the videos about money kicks, but I talk about everything in there. And the final straw was he said, let's do it for charity, saying this shit. And then I gave him a contract. There was a fight in literally like 12 weeks. We both had plenty of time to train. And they were gonna give the winner 150K to give to a charity of their choosing. So like, he came up with even more excuses. And you know, this just kept going. So I was like, fuck this. I'm done with this kid. If this kid wants to fight me, I'll fight him in like 2 weeks notice. I don't even care. But we all saw how his last fight went. It doesn't look like he's coming back to boxing anytime soon. So yeah, that's what you get. Money kicks, if you're watching though, the offer's still open. I would love to knock you out. But the next couple years is actually really big for me in boxing. I still can't really talk about it. I've kind of teased it a little bit, but like I said, I'm definitely going to be fighting 2023, 2024 and onwards. My training this year has been a little inconsistent. You know, I've had periods where I've stuck to it. I've been traveling a lot, so it's kind of, you know, been throwing me off, but I'm finally back on my shit, so it feels good. So ever since the last KSI fight, I've been getting a lot of different offers from different people. People have been calling me out, and there's definitely some people that I really want to fight, you know, some really big names. So from my last fight, you know, I was training really hard for that, and you know, I thought it was gonna be a lot harder than it was. Can't lie, the fight, you know, obviously it ended pretty quickly, and I was surprised myself that it was that easy. I'm not trying to be cocky or anything, but honestly, the sparring and, you know, everything that went into that was 10 times harder than the actual fight itself. So for future fights, I'm really looking just for a challenge and some hard fights, you know, just give the people what they want, you know, entertain the people. You know, I'm looking for a fighter, not someone that just does some TikTok dances. I'm kidding. Honestly, you know, Michael, you know, I like the guy, he's cool, but I just had to say that. Obviously, I'm joking, guys. I see comments all the time. You know, I've been making these boxing videos and people are like, this guy thinks he's a pro boxer, he's a professional boxer. I don't remember one time I've ever said that. You know, I've been training for like just over a year, so I definitely don't see myself as a pro boxer, but haters can say what they want. That's cool. I don't really care. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a boxer. I've never claimed to be a boxer. So that actually leads perfectly into some potential opponents that I'm looking at. Bryce Hall, he's on the list for me. He's not a boxer, like I said. Bryce, not a boxer, Hall is definitely on the list for me. He's really high up there. He's trying to fight Deji, but he's looking for a warm-up fight, and I've spoken to him in the DMs. I'm like, yo, I'm down to run it. You know, if you want a warm-up fight, let's do it. I'm down. That's definitely a big step up from my last fight. So he is definitely on the list, and I'm definitely very interested in that fight. You know, he's obviously got a lot more experience than me, not just in the ring, but on the street as well. You know what I'm saying?
I've been in probably over 40 street fights. I do not get scared.
Oh, I'm so bad at like talking shit, but it's funny. But yeah, no, Bryce Hall was definitely very high up there on the list for me. So there's a lot of US versus UK, you know, boxing fights going on, but this one is actually a UK versus UK. It's Deji. He just came off his last win, and he's actually got a perfect record in professional boxing. He is 1-0, so you know, I'm trying to change that. But yeah, no, honestly, that is a very big fight that I want to make happen. Obviously, I just found out that he's fighting Floyd Mayweather, so that's probably not going to be my next fight, but you know, in the future, after I've had maybe 1 or 2 more fights, we can make it happen. The funny thing is, I just don't even have like beef with like any of these people, bro. It's not even about that. It's just like, it doesn't really matter if you've got beef or, you know, whatever. It's just about making good fights, you know, having a good scrap in the ring and just giving the people what they want to see. Like, no one wants to just see like a boring boxing match where you're hugging the whole time and nothing's really going on. You know what I'm saying? I want to have like a good scrap, just everyone just throwing, taking hits, receiving hits, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what I'm looking for, and these type of people would do that, you know what I'm saying? I've seen some comments talking about a fight with Salt Pappy. Bro, Salt Pappy is dangerous, bro. I don't don't know if I'm ready for that kid. Honestly, when it comes to YouTube boxing, he is, I would say, the most experienced boxer. I met that guy when, before he did any boxing, you know, I think he said he was thinking about doing a boxing match. I did like a little boxing video with him. I was with the two strongest men in the world, and I was showing them how to, you know, throw a jab, right, a hook and stuff. And then I see Salt Pappy go on the heavy bag, and I'm like, bro, what the fuck am I doing? Like, this guy is like 10 times better than me. Like, he knows what he's, bro. Like, honestly, when I found out he was fighting, I knew from the beginning he was gonna do great things. And, you know, look at him now. He knocked out that guy in 30 seconds. He's honestly a goat. You know, maybe in the future, when I've got a few more fights under my belt, we'll think about that one for sure. Recently, there was talks about who DDG should fight. People were saying like Dean the Great, but then he actually said that he would much rather fight me. I know he said he wanted to fight Blueface. He wants to do like a rapper versus rapper type thing. You know, I've got a hit song out there. It's got like 28 million views on YouTube. I consider myself a YouTube boxer rapper. You know, I'm pretty much KSI at this point. Oh, no, please. No, I hope no one takes that serious. Like, honestly, please. That was a joke, okay? Yeah, but no, honestly, DDG is a great fight. Potentially the next fight. With all these people I'm talking about, I'm already in talks with them. So, don't want to give too much away. But these are definitely real fights that are going to be happening. I can say that. Potentially, maybe, could be happening. Also, one person that's been trying to fight me, Dean the Great. He actually wanted to fight me. He wanted to fight DDG. And, you know, that's a fight that I would want to do eventually. But I just don't think right now he's as big. You know what I'm saying? He's obviously backed by Fuzi. He's got Keemstar. He's got Happy Punch. Like, he's got big names behind him. But there's just other fights that are just way more appealing to me right now. And Taylor Holder, actually. That's a recent one. I actually found out today. I've got a list of names of people I want to fight. A name that my manager said recently was like, maybe Taylor Holder. I was like, yeah, I'm down. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, you know, I'm not trying to look for any easy fights. You know, I wanna go for the hard fights, of course. But still got to bring something to the table as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's very important when it comes to this whole like YouTube boxing scene. You know, you gotta pull in the numbers, you know, the PPV type shit. So that's what really matters. So yeah, I mean, Taylor Holder, he's definitely on the list. I had talks, maybe I could fight him. Maybe he's next. Like, I don't have a reason to fight all these people. I just wanna, you know, they're just big names. It's big fights. I think would be interesting fights. Like, I've got Alex Wasabi down. I've got King Kenny. King Kenny would be a crazy fight. That would probably be one of the hardest fights. But like I said, I'm down. I wanna challenge myself. I wanna see what I can do, what I can accomplish. And yeah, so Alex Wasabi, King Kenny, I'm also down. I'm just throwing names out here, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, the biggest name that I haven't mentioned is KSI. There's no way I would never say no to a fight from KSI. Even though I'm like, no, we're friends, but at the end of the day, bro, that's KSI. I'm down. That would be crazy. That would be 100% my biggest fight ever. So KSI, if you wanna fight, yo, I'm down. If you're trying to fight like 3 people in one night, 4 people, get me on the list, bro. I'm down. I'm not sure if I've forgotten anyone, but I think that is pretty much everyone I want to fight. They're 100% the biggest fights I think I can get. Most interesting fights, hardest fights, and I think that's what you guys want to see the most. So if there's any names that I have forgotten, maybe just comment them down below. You know, I'm looking for as many opponents as possible. Like I said, I've got some really exciting boxing news coming up that I still can't talk about